feet and sin, drowning in sorrows and rum and gin. Cause the love was a game and you did everything to win. I needed you, that was a must. But waiting on your trust, baby, my heart turned into rust. And ever since that day, nobody ever spoke of us. Since that day, nobody ever spoke of us. But now I'm chillin' with my people. Fuck all the good, I'm purely evil. Solo one and Johnny on me, yo. We killin' it till it's finito.
One of these mornings won't be very long. You will look for me.
And 3, 2, 1, go! H-Hydro Racing, H-Hydro Racing, H-Hydro Racing, yeah! Welcome to the show, the H-Hydro Racing Show! And I am Harry.
Richard.
Yes, and there you go.
This is Welcome to Miami Vice.
Yes, so on this particular series that we're doing on the channel, we started a new series on this one, and it is Autonomous Powerboat.
That's
Yes.
right, well, RC powerboat.
RC Powerboat, yes, 3D printed powerboat.
With Ardurover.
With Ardurover, yes. So long range, and maybe FPV if you want to see that sort of thing.
That's right.
That to that as well.
That's right, so we're gonna kick this series off.
Yes.
By first we have to design the printer on CAD.
Yes.
And then we're gonna head over to the 3D printer. We're gonna do this bad boy on the K1 Creality printer
there.
behind us there.
Yes.
And we're gonna put all the parts together. We're gonna make this boat a reality.
Yes, and we've been working on this boat secretly in the background for many months, maybe 6 months on and off, working on it in different designs and different iterations.
That's right, and this is what we came up with.
Yes, so I hope you enjoy.
will.
Make sure, yes, we will. And make sure you give this video the old thumbs up and comment below. And here we go. Thanks so much to our
Sponsors.
there you go. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, race.
Welcome to Miami
Vice. So there you go. It's back in HQ, and we are working on the CAD software.
That's right, so to make this 3D printed RC powerboat.
Miami Vice boat.
That's right.
Miami Vice inspired with Don Johnson, right there.
Yeah.
Or maybe the remake version with
Jamie Foxx and Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Okay, so we've decided to go with a mono hull
style, and
powerboat design.
it will be an autonomous version of this. Long range is the objective. So we need some 3D printing to make this beast of a boat. It's about
Just under a meter long.
so it's quite a big print. And then this is what it looks like cut up, just the top half. And we've been working on this for maybe a couple of months or so. Just working on it in the background, making it look good.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the Creality software in a minute. But what we're going to do is we're going to slice it up because we're going to use the K1 printer. So what that prints out at 220 by 220 by 250 build plate area. And what we're going to do is we're going to slice it down the middle, and then we're going to cut little sections out. So left, right, left, right.
Pizza slices. It can do that while we work on other projects.
That's right. So we're going to print it out in like, I don't know, maybe 40 pieces, give or take.
Yes.
And we're just going to print that out, and
Here we go.
eventually we're going to glue it together and then paint it.
And then we can install all the Audi boat?
Yep.
Electronics. And then we get building.
Okay, so let's head over to the Creality software and put it on the build plate.
Cool.
All right, Creality software is where it's at. So taking something that's not real and
Slicing it up.
slicing it up, put it on a build plate and making it happen. All right, so what we need to do is we go to the Creality print software. So here we are in software. We've got the object, or one of the many objects cut up to fit on the build plate for the K1. All right, so we've got the software here, and yep, so there it is.
We're using PETG, and the color of the filament, in this particular case we have blue.
Yes.
So there you go, it's all ready. And then what do we normally do? We normally enable supports, we always do that.
And then we're going to go down, and we're going to, or 20%. Yeah. That's it, and then you slice the plate. Let's do some
Slice it up, and it'll give you some information.
So it's going to say that it's going to cost $1.09, and it's going to take 2 hours and 14 minutes, which is pretty quick for this particular one.
And there you go.
And then there you go. That's the
full build, just as it goes up.
Okay, so there you go, and we'll get that underway for its first print of many.
2 hours and 14 minutes.
Yeah. First printer mini, let's get it done. Alright, so here we are, we're just printing the RC boat. There's another part on the hull. So far so good. This is working on the K1. Alright, here we are. He's just in the last layer of this section on the RC powerboat. 99%. And there she goes. We're done. Take it off. There she is. There's the door. We'll take it off the bed. So there you go. There you go. Another section all done. And there we go. So it's going to go under there. And there's the hull. If you can imagine, there's the back part. So obviously lots of parts to do. And
It's looking good though.
And this is the top section. Goes on the top. So forth. But at least it's starting to, the jigsaw's starting to come together, and
Then we'll start the gluing phase, is it?
well, we've got some more sections to do because yeah, it's only just about halfway now for the bottom of the hull, and yeah, and then
It's
eventually,
looking good though.
but it's looking good, yeah. Okay, powerboat time.
Yes. So there you go.
All 27 pieces of power.
27 pieces.
Okay, so if we're going to make this boat autonomous, first we need to make the boat. So
We're going to assemble a 3D printed boat.
So
And what
yeah.
materials did you use, did you?
So there's a couple that we sort of mix and match. So most of them are PLA plus, like all these little pieces, and then PETG. So some of them are printed on different printers.
This one was printed on the
D1 Ceramoon, whereas these ones, the smaller ones, are printed out on the
K1.
K1. So
There you
it's
go.
all go.
And we're going to just assemble it, glue it all together, and then
And then go from there. So start the
Put the electronics
putting the
in.
electronics in. You can't have a boat that's RC boat autonomous if you don't have parts in it.
No, you will need those, Richard.
So what we need? So we need a hull.
Yes.
We need a top part. We will need
Some little
we will need the motor and all the drive shaft and all that kind of stuff, and then hopefully we can start adding the flight controllers.
yes.
And things.
So get some exciting,
autonomous long range.
powerboat action.
Yeah. So
There you
first
go.
things first. Let's glue this bad boy together.
All right.
All right.
Just doing a bit of light sanding. Okay, Richard's just going to put the first bit of glue on there. Open up those edges. Yep, all good.
Out there laid out, so it's all joined together. You might have to put some screws or something like that to join it stronger in post, but we'll see how it goes. So far, so good.
Okay, so we're going to start on the hull.
So first part we've done over here, just moved to the side and added some weights to it, so hopefully it doesn't do anything odd when it glues.
So that's going, so we'll start the sanding phase. Sanding still.
You don't strictly necessarily have to do that, but pro tip. Gluing time for the hull.
Yes.
So we did the top part, now we've sanded all the parts.
What do you reckon, over halfway?
Say. And voila!
It's
All
done.
glued.
All glued, and yeah. So we'll just let that to dry. Oh, overnight. There's quite a bit of glue used.
Yeah, and then we might have to do. Then we just sort of start
Touch-ups.
start
So touch us
do some touch-ups and stuff, and continue on, making it watertight.
and maybe give a bit more strength into somewhere.
We'll see how we go.
Yeah. So there you go. Looking good.
It is looking good, isn't it? Nice hull.
Looks like a
So,
boat.
yeah, so I mean, obviously we designed it in CAD software on our own custom design, so it's always quite good to see what it looks like in real life. You know, it's one thing to see on a computer screen.
That's true. Okay. So there you go. What are you doing, Richard?
Just gonna
some epoxy putty.
Epoxy putty, just to
There's a couple little gaps there, isn't there? So
yeah, just give it something to cover up the gaps, and then we'll maybe add a bit more to go and get some new stuff. But yeah, we'll just cover up the
and what do you
gaps,
do with it? You knead it, yeah?
Yeah, sort of a knead it. You sort of mix in compound and then just
Place it in there and then sand it afterwards.
yeah.
Okay, so here we are, back sanding again. What do we got to do, Tim? So what have we done and what are we going to do? We've just gone back through and added a bit more filler for those holes between the seams of the parts.
Yeah, so we're just going to give it a light sand and then see what how it looks after that.
Yes, so we're going to go through and sand off some of these big ones, these plastic, the big gaps that we're going to get rid of.
Yep, just make it look nice. Make
it all seamless, and then
we can hopefully get on to the next
painting
phase.
phase.
Yeah, next phase.
And putting the
Parts into it.
Okay,
Looking forward to it. Get done.
Okay, so pretty good sanding, right?
Yeah, it's good enough.
Good
It could always be better.
It could always be better, but that's always the same thing with any sanding. So what we do is we dust it off, and then what? Get ready for paint.
I think so. Yeah, maybe paint it and then start. Well, I guess what you want to do is you want to paint it. Yeah. What, put it in the water and see how it blows. Or do you want to just put all the stuff in and hope for the best? Maybe that one. Nothing wrong with hoping for the best, right? Gotta make things interesting. Okay, next step.
Okay, so here we are in the paint shop. We got one here and one here already. Okay, so here we are, and we'll just, there it is there, that's the hull, and
Just been painted, right?
yeah, just been painted, so we're just going to see if, what the water's like, right? If there's any,
See if there's any leaks, and if there is, then we can fix it now before we add the electronics.
yeah, see if there's any leaks, and if it will float, which is the main thing, see if it's buoyant, and then we can start adding the electronics.
Sounds good.
There you go.
No water coming in?
Not at the moment. Well, it's floating. And if you put a bit of weight on it.
Okay.
Yeah, not too bad. Might be a little bit of water, but we can seal that. But yeah. With any boat, there's always a little bit of water. So, there you go. But does it float? Yeah, I believe it does. What do you reckon?
Pretty good.
Alrighty. Okay. So we'll leave it there, shall we, Richard?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
So here we are in the backyard.
Yes.
I'm starting another section on the boat.
Yes. So we're just waiting for the satellites to come overhead. And yes, so it's sitting out there connected to the computer, and we're just waiting for some satellites to come over, and we're going to get, fingers crossed, we get a GPS lock, which would mean that we've done all the wiring correct for that side.
That's right, for the compass to flight controller.
Yes. So we'll just, all we can do is just wait.
It's a waiting game.
Okay, so there's a flashing light at the front here of the GPS, and the flight controller says that it's still flashing, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Okay, so here we are doing the next section. So the next section is
These fellas. So there you go.
So we've got a drive shaft and a motor to install.
There you go. It's that part there and this part here. We've got a rudder. There you go. So
We've also got this part here that we printed out.
and we've got a motor mount. Motor mount all designed in, what's it, PETG, this one?
Yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
the motor that we'll be using, and that'll be mounted into it like so. So this motor we chose was a 18,000 kV. There you go. Fan cooled, so that'll be mounted inside the boat, like that way around, connected via a shaft. There you go.
Yeah.
So that'll go on the outside of the boat, and this will go on the inside of the boat. So we're going to drill that hole. So if you put that over there.
Which is totally fine.
And somehow we have to put it into about, what do you reckon, about there kind of thing, is it?
Something like that, yeah.
And that part there will go about there, and what, like the rudder?
Something like that, yeah. Something that resembles a power boat.
In the middle. So straight away I can see we need to put a hole in there.
So
And-
no hole, which is good. Now we have to make a hole, which
Yes.
is not so good.
So we need some glue and we'll drill some holes. So let's go do that.
Let's get it done. Okay, so here we go. First hole is the main hole, and effectively the only hole that matters at this point. So we don't really know the angle of vector, but it's calculated risk.
Let's see if I can do no. Is that the biggest drill we have?
This size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it didn't come through.
Oh no. You can do a wood post, you can do a 3D printed boat. Right?
There you go. Coming through.
There you go.
Okay, let's see if we've got the right angle. So this one will go to here.
Yeah.
Maybe we can narrow that down a little bit.
Which one? Oh, you mean make it so it's more directed? Okay, so what we'll do is we could drill in from this side and make it so then that
We'll connect up to that hole.
connect up to that hole. Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. It's all mounted. And yes, we had to take a little bit out just to get it lined up perfectly. But yes, the main thing is that it's straight now. And go back in and add the rudder. Just filling up the gap, but we've got the shaft in. We had to make some quite a extensive modifications to line it up. But it's looking a lot more straighter now and looking lined up. It wasn't that easy to line up, was it? So we'll just filling up some gaps.
Could you have done it any better then?
I'm not sure, not really. So we just fill up some gaps and then maybe put top it off with some epoxy. Yeah.
Seal it all.
Seal it up and then maybe put some sealant glue on around it. And yeah, then
It won't know any differently.
won't know any differently.
And we're back. Yes, thanks very much for tuning in and watching this episode. We very much appreciate you guys.
Thanks, right. Thanks very much. So, what was the exciting parts in this one that you thought?
Yes, we did actually have to pause you there, but don't you worry, we'll be carrying on with this one. And the exciting thoughts I thought was just interesting. You know, you start small and then you add them all together, all the little 3D prints together. And we weren't doing them that big, were we? Like 100 mils size, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And like a PETG and PLA, and we'll just stick them all together, and then you get this big giant. Well, how long was it? Just about a meter.
Just slightly under a meter, yeah.
Yes, big giant power boat out of it. So there you go.
That's right. It was quite exciting. Just a sort of interesting to see what you can be achieved with a small printer, but a quick one nonetheless.
Yes, definitely faster than the Ender 3, that's for sure. And there she is there, humming away there. So just come off another print. There you go.
That's right.
For future project.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that was exciting, and it was some of the interesting things for me was like putting in the drive shaft to try and get that straight.
that was a challenge, personal achievement, and yes, we were at that for a little while.
Yeah,
and we actually had this project for quite a while, when we like what 6 months.
Something like that.
Off
just
and on.
Off and on, yeah.
Yes, but it was good to get it all assembled. Now we can start working on the autonomous parts, the flight controller, which really, when you think about it, why is it called a flight controller on a boat?
Yeah. Anyway.
Should really call it a boat controller.
Boat controller.
There you go.
Yeah. So one of the key reasons for us for taking this particular project on was because we wanted to do it a power boat.
Yes.
Long range.
Yes.
And we wanted to do it fast.
Yes, so there you go.
With autonomous machine.
And we wanted some style, so we thought, oh, Don Johnson, he's the coolest. There you go.
Yeah. Clearly, it's obvious.
There you go. So that brings us to the next segment of this episode, is the movie of the week. What is the movie of the week, Richard?
Miami Vice, obviously. So Miami Vice, the film,
Yes.
was Michael Mann, the director, with 2 ends, and Jamie Foxx, Colin Farrell.
Yes.
And also the original series, you know.
The full series.
entire series.
So just watch that until next week.
Yeah, just non-stop.
Just non-stop around the clock. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, it could probably be a lifetime, and you'd probably never get through it.
Yeah, it's that good. So there you go, movies of the week.
Okay, and my final thoughts. What's yours? My final thoughts were, driveshaft was tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, it was good to start the process of, making it watertight. We tested it in the falls,
Yeah.
right? Up the falls, and there's a couple of little leaks. So we
went back in. Yeah, we went back in and added a bit more fillers and
sealant
and stuff. So we don't want any of
fingers
those.
crossed. You never know until you actually try the real.
Yes. So there you go. So I'm just looking forward to putting on the water and pushing that button and then watching it. That's cool. So there
monitoring is
the key word there. Yes. So there you go. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks so much for tuning in. We very much appreciate it.
That's right. And we have to thank all our sponsors. And check out the links for them below.
Yes.
And hit this thumbs up.
And add your comments below. Cheers.
That's right.
Okay. So into next week. I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard.
We'll see each other then.
And 3, 2, 1, go! H-Agile Racing, H-Agile Racing, H-Agile Racing! Yeah! See you guys.
Adios.
Looking forward to testing it in the water shortly. Looking good. Heavy.